music cutters, how are you? Well, here we are again, and this is the second clip of two pieces. The first one, I was talking to you about my first concert from The Cure back in 2002. This is going to be about the Trilogy concerts that followed up that first one. So stay tuned and let's see what happened in Berlin. Let's talk about The Cure back in Berlin in 2002 at the Tempodrom. That was a beautiful experience. Just to say something little about it. My first concert, as I already told you, the tale, and you can go and see this video here at Musikgott, where I saw The Cure for the first time in my life in Hamburg. It was a couple of days before these Trilogy concerts happened. We traveled from that concert to Berlin to see The Cure at the Tempodrom, and there were 2 nights in a row that were recorded. As you may see, the whole recording of the 3 albums from The Cure, the Pornography, Disintegration, and Blood Flowers, correspond to 2 different nights, and you can see that on the DVD. It was a very, very special moment where you could feel all this energy in Berlin all the time, throughout the day until the night, and you knew that you were about to see The Cure at night, and it was this energy all the time flowing and flowing. We were talking about it. We were, of course, listening to The Cure at my friend's apartment, a very, very great friend that I have in Germany. Stefan, if you are looking at this, you will remember those were amazing times. Me and my friends here in Mexico traveled to Germany to see The Cure. We didn't know that we would be able to do that, but at the last time we grasped the opportunity and we flew to Germany and had these blast times there with Robert Smith and the band. As I was telling you, it was strange because you are in a very, very historical city, but it goes beyond history. The energy is all the time present in ways that I cannot really explain to you. It is weird, but you feel history, you feel a mixture between something old and something new, something that's happening just right there, something that happened decades or centuries ago or millennia ago. You don't know, but you have that experience, that sense all the time on the city while you're walking through the streets, and you see the people. You see a very, very different types and different kinds of people. But when the first night was coming and closing up, you could see all these black dressed up people like we were walking through the streets, and we took a special bus that drove us to the Tempodrom, and there were many other guys, different guys from different ages, all dressed up and made up with spiky hair, with leather boots and leather pants, and they were all ready to see The Cure. And that is one of those things that only The Cure can pull out. They really get you in the mood where you start to form and to change something inside of you, and that really goes out of yourself, and that you share with other people. That's exactly what I want to say. It was beautiful. It was great to hear for the first time the whole album of Pornography live, then followed up by Disintegration, and afterwards the Blood Flowers. I cannot really express myself what that meant to us. It is huge. There were some short intermissions between each album, 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I think it was 10 minutes around, something like that. But I mean, the Tempodrom was the best venue that they could pick, and at the best city in the world, because Berlin really means something dark, something beautiful, something historical, something ancient. And that is my experience there. But beyond the music that you can of course hear at the if you have, and surely you have the DVD, the Trilogy DVD. Beyond that, the first night we were after the concerts. After the first concert, we were so excited that we stood outside with all this windy and cold weather, that it was endless. It was all the time hitting us hard, really cold. The wind was like little needles or little blades that were sharp as hell, and they were cutting us in the face. Or although we were, of course, all covered up, it wasn't enough. But we wanted to just stay there and to feel this energy with other people, with all the other fans around. And we stood there for about maybe an hour, and we met a guy and his girlfriend. I think they were from Sweden, and we were talking about the concert. We were getting this kind of chat, and they said, we think that maybe Robert Smith will come out from that door. And we said, really? Yeah, I think he will, or maybe a guy of the band, maybe Simon or Jason. We don't know, but we know, or we feel that they're coming out that door at some point. So we stood there and we were just like waiting for something like that to happen, but we were frozen. We were completely frozen. We couldn't really stand that cold anymore. So we said, well, we will meet again tomorrow, because the next night they were playing the same Trilogy set. So we went away. We couldn't really help it, and back we were in the second night at the Cure show. And after the show, we saw these three guys, and guess what? Robert Smith came out that door. And the guy comes just running after the concert, after the show, and says, my God, you couldn't believe what happened after you left. 10 minutes after you left, you will not believe what happened. Robert came out that door and he signed us our tickets here. And he showed us the tickets, and he said he's the kindest guy. He's really an amazing person. He was there sharing the experience too. He was asking us, I mean them, what they mean, or what they meant, what they felt about the Trilogy concerts. And we were like, hell, what can I say? We were like, this is embarrassing, and this is a little bit fucked up. But well, life is life, and we were Mexicans and we couldn't really stand that cold. We were already, some of us, we were a little bit ill already. It was a very hard winter and we couldn't help it. But even though we didn't meet Robert Smith back then, in that night, I was left with this sense and with this greatness in my heart to have lived and experienced these Trilogy concerts in a way that I cannot really express very well. If you are a fan from The Cure, then you will understand what I'm talking about. I couldn't see The Cure for the first time that they came to Mexico in 1992. I was too young and I didn't have enough money, and I couldn't go because it was not here in Mexico City. It was in Monterrey, so I was not able to go. But then I saw The Cure here. I have seen The Cure every time that they have come afterwards. But my first concerts were there in Germany, Hamburg, and those two Trilogy concerts in Berlin. So I wanted to share this with you. I wanted to express here what I felt, what I lived. And of course, I would like to see if you were there, if you live in Berlin, and if you were there, if you traveled just like me and my friends to Berlin to see the Trilogy concerts. Please leave your comments here below and tell us what it was like, what you felt, what you experienced, what you were expecting. I don't know, whatever that you would like to share, please leave here your comments and let's see what happened there as a community, as a Cure community, because that's what my friends and I called back then to all these people and us, of course, like a community, like a communion that were just happening there in this beautiful and gracious place that is Berlin. So, Musikgotters, this is my experience. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stay tuned. I hope that you keep on commenting all the things that we are sharing here. Stay tuned because we are going to start these special reviews of every Cure album. As you already know, we already told you that we are going to be talking about every Cure album from the start to the end, to the last one, the 413 Dream. And this is going to be very special because we are expecting the last Cure album that's coming up hopefully this year. So, thank you very much, and until the next time here in Musikgott.